It's Carrie. He said, she's not here. She won't come.
Is she ill?
I don't know.
Have you phoned her? Talked to her?
See?
And?
Something's happened.
Like what? I'm frowning now, the phone to my ear, the iPad abandoned, half out of the bed. Philippe says he doesn't know. I'm Breton by birth and grew up in France. Philippe speaks a little French, and when he's really challenged and thinks it might help, he summons the odd word or two.
Elle est choquée.
Choquée? Shocked? Something has happened. Why, Philippe? Why is Carrie shocked?
She won't tell me. She won't say. Only you, she says.
Only me what?
She only tells you.
And Pavel?
I tell him she's got a cold.
And he believes you?
Si. No. No say.
He doesn't know. This is awkward. It's been obvious for a while that Pavel has come to depend on Carrie. She's a local woman, gifted in all kinds of ways, and she spends an important part of every day at Pavel's bedside. I was lucky to find her, and luckier still that all three of us, me, her, Pavel, so quickly became friends. You want me to come down? Talk to her?
Si.
When?
Now. Today.
So, where is Carrie?
At home.
His voice is growing ever fainter, unlike the gulls.
I said you could be here in a couple of hours.
I cancel a lunch with the casting director, and I'm on the road by 9:30. Holland Park to East Devon on a good day is a 3-hour drive, and I know every inch of the road. Chiefly because my son, Malo, lives on his father's 300-acre estate in West Dorset. His father, by the way, is H. H stands for Hayden. The way England becomes so green and empty beyond Stonehenge has always lifted my spirits. And today, mid-April, sunny, cloudless, is no exception. As the road rises for the next hill, and then the hill after, it's easy to kid yourself that the folk who hoisted those immense blocks of stone knew a thing or two about eternity. Drive into one of those long sunsets on a summer's evening, and you'd never spare a thought for black holes. Exmouth, as H recently told me, does what it says on the tin. I suspect it was meant as a throwaway comment, but as is so often the case, H was right. It's a low-rise, traditional English seaside resort, parked beside a sensational stretch of water, where the wideness of the River Exe, itself a thing of exceptional beauty, flows into Lyme Bay. During the summer, it has donkeys on the beach and armies of kids with buckets and spades. Whenever the wind blows, the view out to sea blossoms with kite surfers. The town itself has an exceptionally slow heartbeat and appears to have turned its back on the rest of the UK. Nearly a lifetime ago, as a child, Pavel spent holidays here, which is why he's chosen to come back. He tells me he still has the happiest memories, and based on what I've seen of the place, I believe him. Pavel is a scriptwriter by trade. By the time I met him in the flesh, he'd already acquired a golden reputation for narrative reach and pitch-perfect dialogue. Both these phrases have become far too common among far too many critics to retain any real meaning. But the radio play he'd scripted with yours truly in mind spoke to me from the first page. Everything Pavel touches has a rightness, a distinctive authenticity, that gives thesps like me the confidence to open the throttle and take a risk or two. That's not as common as you might think, but going solo, the story of a woman who effectively becomes a fighter pilot, scored a decent audience, and some glowing reviews. It also prompted an invitation from Pavel for lunch, à deux, which is where the trouble began. Pavel's ego, in keeping with someone who spends all his waking time making up stories, isn't Pavel Seeger at all. His real name is Paul Stukely. Pavel, which happens to be the